Oh, we got a small delay.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the weekly
go.
wrap-up with Councilwoman Jamie Torres. Oh, yeah. Okay, you good? All right,
Yes.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the weekly wrap-up with Councilwoman Jamie Torres and DJ Cons. Yeah, what's up, Jamie? How's it going? It's Friday. Sun's shining.
And it's the last Friday in March, Cons. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. We kick into April Fool's Day's coming up, so I hope everybody's celebrating that.
I was never a big prankster. Were you, Cons?
I tried. I was not really good, so yeah, no, I would say no.
Well, happy Friday, everyone. This is the weekly wrap-up where me and DJ Cons share some of the most recent things happening on council. And we're going to cover a couple different announcements that we did and things that we passed in council on Monday. As well as bond updates, but just wanted to share a couple things. So council voted down a contract for the Salvation Army on Monday. It was for rapid rehousing support, but it was voted down 10-1. So there was near unanimous support, and I really just hope that Salvation Army comes to the table with how they're making our shelter spaces safe. Because it was a pretty awful thing to learn about that took place at the DoubleTree, and we put a lot of trust and confidence in our providers to keep some of our most vulnerable folks safe, and really want to make sure that that's happening. So thank you to Councilwoman Lewis for spearheading that vote and making sure that we were living our values in that piece. And then we did some really powerful stuff on Monday that I was so proud of. And Cons, we've been talking about Indigenous Peoples Day as a city holiday for a long time because it was initially passed before I even came into office by then Councilman Lopez, now Clerk Lopez. But it's never been like a paid city holiday where city is closed, employees get the day off until now. And so this year, Indigenous Peoples Day will be a paid city holiday the second Monday of October.
Let's go. Awesome. That's progression right there. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go.
It is. It was really good to see commission members, community members come out in support of that. But it was a busy day. Council members were super involved. This was a multi-person effort and a really monumental step in recognizing and remembering, I think, history, resilience, all the contributions from Indigenous communities, and just really being seen, right, and being visible in Denver.
Yeah, absolutely. And hats off to Denver for doing that too, man. I mean, you talk about a place that celebrates diversity and just the fact that we all are just one community, So yeah, thank you guys. That's awesome. That's amazing.
It's good. Absolutely. Yeah. And huge thanks to American Indian Commission co-chairs Raven Payment and Shannon Alcott, their timeless commitment and advocacy, and just really love being able to work on stuff that is driven by them, right? They were the ones who were making the ask and the recommendation, and glad to be working on it.
Yeah, that's amazing. That is awesome. What else we got going on in City Council this week?
That same night, at the 5:30 session, I was able to co-sponsor again the Cesar Chavez proclamation. And we were joined by just like the jefes, right? Like the really wonderful folks who keep the Peace and Justice Committee of Denver alive and work hard to commemorate the life of Cesar Chavez. So next Monday is when we recognize Cesar Chavez through a city holiday. Offices are closed. And then the following Saturday is the Cesar Chavez March. So I think that's April 5th.
Yeah, awesome. That's amazing. Yeah. And then, let's show up. Let's represent. Let's do this. It's amazing. With everything going on, this is progression. This is awesome. This is what I like to see. Continue the good fight.
I totally agree. Like, there are things that happen because of his effort. And I was remarking that Dolores Huerta was just in Denver like 2 weeks ago, leading a march of Latino Advocacy Day youth and participants to the Capitol. Like, these folks, it's what they know, how to respond to the kinds of things that we want to fight for, and it's just so educational to see her continuing in action. So it's amazing.
Yeah, that's awesome, and hats off to everybody that's out there fighting and standing up for the good cause.
Yeah, and not getting broken down, right? Like, it's
Nope.
so easy to feel defeated right now. So want to send a reminder out to folks. 2025 Vibrant Denver Bond Program survey is still open. It'll be open until April 17th. So keep submitting your ideas. We'll be putting a survey link below so that you know where to submit your ideas.
Yeah, and then when is the next in-person Vibrant Bond meeting happening?
So the next one coming up is hosted by our 2 at-large council members. So they represent the whole city. This one will be on April 8th, starting at 4:30 till 6 o'clock. We don't have the location yet, but we will share details as soon as possible.
Yeah, and then if I want to submit a survey, but I want to know what kind of project, I want to submit a survey, but I want to know what kind of programs would qualify under the Vibrant Bond Denver. How do you find that out?
Yeah, absolutely. So the Vibrant Bond, it pulls from a 6-year plan of projects that have needed funding. And it includes a lot of really critical projects for District 3. A couple of them that we're tracking as high priority in Barnum and Barnum West, new playgrounds along Weir Gulch. It's called the Weir Gulch Bundle for playgrounds. In Loma Lincoln Park, it's the Santa Fe streetscape construction. So we all have seen those bollards along Santa Fe. Those are supposed to be sidewalk area. And so we actually need bigger and better sidewalks built out there. And we've got the design ready. The community has been supportive of this. So we just need construction. So that's a huge priority. In Sun Valley, where Denver Housing Authority is rebuilding their housing, they are also building a park, an 11-acre park. And the first phase in Marlee, Garfield Lake. We all know Garfield Lake. It is a really beautiful park, but it has a really old river experience. So there's a lot that can be done there. Garfield Lake has not been heavily invested in over the past several years. So I would love to see Garfield get some attention. Valverde, West Bar Valwood Park, Villa Park, finishing Martinez Park, which has started construction. And then Westwood, finishing the Via Verde. This has been something that has started, and we need to finish it. It's the connection of all the small little parks in Westwood that lead people around and in a safe loop for biking, for walking, all that good stuff. And then, if you have housing, like affordable housing interest, park lighting, pedestrian infrastructure, flood zone property acquisition, there are all these things that could apply to District 3. If those hit kind of your interest area, let us know. If you have something new, let us know. That this is also the time to gather those things.
This is awesome. This is super helpful. Now I'll be able to submit an idea before April 17th through the Valverde survey, right?
That's exactly right. And then what happens next is those ideas get assessed. Like, do they qualify for a bond? And then they'll go through a subcommittee who'll send recommendations to an executive committee, and then the executive committee will send them to us on city council as packages. And then it's our job to decide whether or not they go to the ballot in November for Denver voters to vote on.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Yeah, it's good to see these improvements happening. Yeah, those parks and those areas are fun, like super fun. We go, me and my son go fishing in those lakes, and it's fun. I mean, it'd be
it
cool.
it is the quality of life that we talk about when you think about what you did as kids or where you want to raise your family. It's usually near a park, like, and that's one of the areas that we've always been so deficient on, is having really modern equipment and like new upgrades in all of our parks in West Denver. So that's a huge priority.
Yeah, hats off to everybody that's, you know, working on these projects and these programs. That's awesome.
Yeah, very good. I want to give a quick shout out. Denver Gives Center has a satellite location at Westwood Community Center, which is in Westwood at 1000 South Lowell. And the Denver Human Services Gives Center, they provide free emergency goods, services through trauma-informed, person-centered, holistic approaches. And they are going to be having a hygiene supply drive April 14th to May 16th to help provide essential hygiene items for individuals and families in our community. So you think about soap, shampoo, toothpaste, like all the things that, you know, every cost it could be an insurmountable thing to a family when they're struggling, and they're able to go to this Give Center and stock up on those really essential items so that they can just participate out in community like everyone else. So help them out. It is at, again, the Westwood Community Center. And that's it for me. Cons, do you have any shout outs?
Just want to shout out the team, shout out community, and just keep being lovely, beautiful people. You know what I mean? It's amazing. Just, you know, this weekly wrap up brighten my day. So, you know, thank you guys, and, you know, keep fighting the good fight, man. That's all I gotta say. Hats off to everybody.
Thank you, Cons. Thanks, everybody. Have a good weekend.
Thank you. Happy Friday, everybody. Peace out.